Hey Pisces star seeds, it's Sweet Spirit Mystic. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see what the messages are. How's everyone doing? Okay. Oh, I pulled out this deck, this oracle deck. Let's pull a few cards from this. What is it called? Goddess Guidance. Okay. 33 on the clock. Independent. Bast, however you pronounce that. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. You are a leader. You are not a follower. Okay, there's that quote. Okay, I'm going to say it. I don't know why it came to mind. A king has no friends, only followers and foe. That phrase, a king, that's been kind of swimming around in the US these days. So, interesting. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Focused intention, Diana. She has a bow and arrow here, so this reminds me of Sagittarius energy. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So everything we think, everything we say, everything we do takes us closer or further away from our dreams, from our goals. So every day ask yourself, is what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling in alignment with who I want to be, where I want to be in your own life? Okay? We can get caught up on what everyone else is feeling and thinking and doing and pushing, but what do you need? Okay? All right, let's pull some tarot. Here's the animal tarot today. Okay, messages for Pisces, please. Oh, that's a lot. That was the Star card that flipped up and the Six of Wands. So, slow and steady wins the race, Knight of Pentacles. However, with the Star and the Six of Wands, that shows that you win. You achieve, you heal, you get to where you want to be internally, and then it shows externally. It can be happening at the same time. Like, say you're getting yourself healthy, your body will start to feel healthy but also look healthy. Okay, with the Two of Swords at the bottom, Two of Wands, this is a portal that you have to walk through, run through. But with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like you've been slowly reaching goals. Ace of Swords is here as well. So all of these things you need to do for yourself. Because think about it. Everyone's got a different body type. Everyone's got a different eating habit. Culturally even, eating habits. So we can't compare ourselves to someone, even in our own family. Because sometimes you see that tall, slim person, and then you see the shorter, rounder person, same parents, and it's just different body types. They're made to do different things. Those that are, stout, fast, sprinters. Longer, lean frames, long distance, endurance running. So it helps you to know what kind of person you are. Okay? You hear that term high strung. Generally that's a thin, taller person because they're kind of nervous, that hummingbird heart. Okay? And then you feel those like salt of the earth people. Steady, stable, worker types. So based on that can also show you where you have I'm wanting to say the word predestined. Like where you're going to easily flourish compared to putting yourself in a situation that's more difficult. If you are a sprinter, it's hard to do long distance. If you are a long distance, it's hard to sprint. Not that you can't do it, but it's a challenge because it's opposite of your nature. So get to know who you are, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's not about others. It's like, who are you? Okay? This independence is really important because I feel like there can be energy that distracts us, takes us away from what we really want, to create in our life. So with this Two of Wands, this next phase, this next cycle, what do you want to create? Low-hanging fruit. Okay, so we've got 2 piles here and some on the floor. Let's see. Okay. All right, on the floor we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Six of Swords, Four of Cups. It's like being guided towards ancient knowledge, going back to nature. Nautilus, they're one of those sea creatures that we find a lot of fossils of. So they've existed a very long time on the planet. So there's a longevity, there's a adaptability, capable to survive over a lot of different changes. Okay? And that's a power that you have. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a Seven of Swords. All right, this is Mistruth. Okay, we've got a King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy. Got an Eight of Cups, Two of Swords, King of Cups, Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, the Moon. We've got the solstice coming at the end of the week, winter or summer, depending on where you live. And then we have a new moon on the 25th. We've got the Three of Pentacles here. We've got the Six of Pentacles. And then we have the Hanged One. So, lots of court cards here. Queen and King of Cups, King of Pentacles. We also have the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Okay, those are different energy. One slower, one faster. There's someone here that is lying about their stability. They probably drink quite a bit. They doubt their emotions. They've got a lot of things buried, which explains the drink. I don't understand. How does, never mind. Let me just show you this image. Okay, Eight of Cups. See, that's like a, what is that, a squid? Lots of cups. That squid's pointing down. Squids are, what is that called? They don't have a backbone. Invertebrate. No brain, I don't think, either. They just move around. So this is what happens when people drink heavily. And I have a hard time being around people like this because they're not present with you. And then when you look at the King of Cups, different energy. This is a flamenco. Flamingo. Maybe you're in Spain. Flamingo. Flamingo balances on one leg with this cup on their back. So they have to be present, entirely present in order to do all this. It's different from this. 1 versus 8. 1 or 2 at most. 3, I'm under the table. 4, I'm under the host. Lots of bad choices happen when you have too much to drink. You ruin things that you don't want to. Siamese fighting fish. You start picking fights. You doubt yourself, you doubt others. Next thing you know, problematic. Lots of sabotage. Okay, enjoy yourself, yes, but put in a limit, because it's showing here that there's someone pretending that they're very stable, but they're not. It's those high functioning alcoholics. But what's interesting here, I feel, is Pisces, you know this. This is not news to you. Maybe it's news to everyone else, but you've known this. You've perceived this. You've seen the signs. There's a lot of hidden anger, resentment, all that. But now is the time with this moon energy to work on this. Whether this is you or someone in your life, it's never too late to correct behavior. You may not get the relationship back, but you can make amends and be at peace with who you are now. But a lot of it means to surrender and to say, hey, I've messed up. I've done things. It's being accountable. It's taking responsibility. And people respect that, even if it's hard. Eventually there's this energy that comes around, but it takes a lot of effort. And it's easier to do the easy part of, oh, let me just reach for the bottle. Because neglect is a serious problem. We see it all the time with the doom scrolling. Before it was, parents drank a lot and, just were not present that way. It was part of the culture. You came home and you had an old fashioned or a gin and tonic or whatever, and you checked out in front of like the TV or the fireplace. Now we're checked out all the time from people that are right next to us. And it creates loneliness, and especially in children, it's lonely. If you grew up in that way, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You want your parent to look at you and pay attention to you so bad that you can start to act out to get that attention. we want that discipline. We want to be told, hey, that's not okay. It's a weird thing, but we want it. We want freedom, yes, but we really want to know where our boundaries are. It creates a sense of security. So if you're struggling with this, cut down to 1. And if you're drinking liquor, add a lot of water. Or switch to just 1 little beer or 1 glass of wine, and that's it. Okay? Because there's someone that feels neglected here. They feel like you don't focus on them. Or if you're the person that's feeling neglected and this other person is the person that's checked out, tell them. Tell them. Well, we got another knight. So lots of knights. So knights, what they do is they perform tasks, complete quests. They're out doing stuff. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. And then we have the Emperor. Okay? So that's what happens. Once someone's completed all the tasks, then there's this leveling up, becoming powerful. It's experience. It's strength that's tested. Okay? Maybe instead of having those evening drinks, go have an evening walk and some tea with someone that you love, and you hold their hand as you walk down that street. And you talk about your day. That's all people want. It's really simple, but we're forgetting about that. All right, we've got the Magician and the Lovers. So all of this takes work. It takes effort. We have the 8 of Pentacles here and the 2 of Cups, Ace of Cups. So you've got to communicate, speak up about what you need. Don't just ignore it. 7 of Cups. Because the person that's doing all the drinking, they've got something on their mind that they're trying to forget. So instead of trying to drown it, when all those memories can swim really well, talk about it. Like, hey, yeah, this happened to me. It's hard. It still hurts me. And this is where that dialogue comes, when we can create an understanding between people rather than you're that way, you drink, you this. There's a reason why. Well, what happened? And sometimes people just need to be heard, to be seen. Like, wow, that was hard. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm glad you're not having to go through that now. You've turned out to be a really loving person. Because oftentimes we do the opposite of what hurts us. If we really do that inner work, we never want anyone to feel the way we felt. So we do the opposite. There are those cases where hurt people. But a lot of people I know, myself included, we do the opposite because we don't want anyone to feel that way. So this is where you can help someone. You listen, and it's like they get to choose a different path. But there's always a reason behind someone checking out. Something that they don't want to face, something that they don't want to deal with. But guess what? We have to. Otherwise, it follows us through our whole life into next lives. It's a cycle that perpetuates. So, if this is you and you need to talk to someone, find a trusted friend, a mentor, a therapist in some way. Not where you'll just constantly rehash and woe is me. It's like, okay, this is what happened linearly. And then, what do you want to do about it? How do you want to be instead? How do you remedy that? Okay. You were neglected. How do you show up for other people? And it's these thought changes that help. I'm not saying that it's perfect. I'm not saying that sometimes you have to put your foot down and leave. That rock bottom phase. But you know the difference, Pisces. You've felt it. That's why you haven't done it. Because you know it's not really them. And yet it's like they beat themselves up internally for all the things they've done wrong. We've all done things. We've all done things that we're not proud of. Okay? No one is immune to that. And if someone's trying to say that they are, there's not a yoga pose on the planet that takes all that away. Okay? So it's about being, a real person with real life experience, real life problems. All those things we see in movies, those happen to somebody, okay? But we can make different choices if we want. Okay, we'll always have tendencies inside of us that will want to pull us in a different direction, but we don't have to allow that. Okay, so great reading, a little heavy, but yeah, get outside, get some fresh air, get some sun on your back, 2-2-2-2. Enjoy some nature. Yeah, go outside, get some fresh air. You're going to find opportunities out there. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Okay, there's this playfulness. We got dolphins here. Go swimming in the ocean if you can. Just clean off all that, stuck energy. Scrub your skin. Get one of those brushes, right? It helps. Drink a lot of water. You're okay, Pisces. You haven't done anything wrong. You didn't deserve whatever that was. You're good. You're kind. So keep doing that. You're healing so many by your kindness. All right, Pisces. I love you. We'll see you soon.